Assalamu alaikum students. I am Ms. Zernab Daniel, SS English at DPS and ICS. Students, our today's topic is kinds of adjectives. First, let's see the objectives of our today's lesson. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to learn the kinds of adjectives, develop the understanding through examples, and differentiate among different kinds in a given sentence. Students, as you've already read about the adjectives, I will shortly recap your concepts. So simply put, adjective is a word used to describe a person, place, or a thing. But grammatically speaking, an adjective defines both nouns and pronouns. Adjective defines both nouns and pronouns. If I ask you that, how was your vacation? You must be needing some words to give me the answer, isn't it? Like you will say that your vacation was good, or either it was bad, it was pleasant, or disastrous, etc. Now come to the placement of adjectives. An adjective is placed mostly next to the noun it describes. Pakistan is a large country and Murray is a famous hill station. In both these sentences, adjective describes the nouns next to it. Large describes country while famous describes hill station. However, when a sentence has more than one noun, the adjective usually describes the noun to which it is closest. See the examples. In the first sentence, clever girl fooled the boy, while in second one, the girl fooled the clever boy. In both of these sentences, clever is used for different nouns and at different places. In first sentence, clever describes girl, while in second sentence, clever describes boy. Now let's see the kinds of adjectives. We have 5 kinds of adjectives: qualitative, quantitative, possessive, interrogative, and demonstrative. Qualitative adjectives, as you can clearly see it by name, describes the object's size, shape, color, or qualities of a person or thing. See examples. What a beautiful house. I never wear a blue shirt. Why have you given me a broken pencil to write with? In 3 of these examples, students, the words beautiful, blue, and broken describes the quality of the noun respectively. Now comes the quantitative type, quantitative adjectives. A quantitative adjective describes the amount or quantity of uncountable noun and the number of countable nouns. See the examples. She believes that successful people show little kindness. The examination was taken by 78 candidates. Here, kindness and candidates both are nouns. Kindness is an uncountable noun, while candidates is a countable noun. Students, you have already learnt about countable and uncountable nouns, so you must be knowing that we use exact numerical figure or digit with countable nouns, and we use words like some, few, much, little, etc. with the uncountable ones. So we can say that quantitative adjective describes both countable and uncountable nouns. It describes countable nouns by the exact numerical digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. While uncountable nouns, it describes uncountable nouns by the usage of words much, less, few, little, etc. Students, there is another kind of adjective that shows possession of somebody on a noun. We define it as possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives specify the ownership or relationship of a noun. A possessive adjective appears together with the noun standing before it. You can get clarified by the examples. So see the examples first. The striking workers place their demands before the management. Do you know where a snake stores its venom? And Rida sprained her ankle while skating. Students, in first sentence, there tells us that demand belong to the workers. In second sentence, it's described that venom belonged to snake. And in third example, the word her shows that the ankle is of Rida. So in each of these sentences, you can see that possessive adjective lies closest to the noun it is describing. Its lies closer to the venom. There lies closest to the demands, while her lies closest to the ankle. There are 7 possessive adjectives. For your convenience, I have written them here all. My, our, your, his, her, its, and their. After seeing these adjectives, there might have come a question in your mind that these are the same words used as pronouns when they replace a noun. But there is actually quite a lot of difference between the two because a possessive adjective is always followed by a noun. On the contrary, a possessive pronoun is used without a noun. Since it is a pronoun, it is meant to replace a noun. Students, a possessive adjective will always take a noun with it. On the other hand, a possessive pronoun will take no noun. Rather, it will be serving as a pronoun itself by replacing the noun. This difference can be clarified by examples. So see the first example. This is my phone. Where is yours? My is a possessive adjective while yours is a possessive pronoun. Why? Why is this so? Because my describes ownership of a noun, phone, while yours is placed here as a pronoun in place of a noun. See the second example. You have never visited our home. However, we have been to yours. Here, our is a possessive adjective while yours is a possessive pronoun. As I have already told you the criteria to guess the difference between possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. Now comes the interrogative adjectives. Simply saying these are the adjectives used to interrogate about the nouns. Most commonly in use are what, whose, which. See the examples. Whose shoes are these? Which book did you like reading the most? What reason are you going to give for being absent? In each of these examples, whose, which, and what interrogatively describe the nouns, shoes, book, and reason. So I hope that you are clear with the interrogative adjectives. Move on to the next slide. Demonstrative adjectives. Last but not the least are demonstrative adjectives. As you know that demonstrative means to show. So we can say that demonstrative adjectives show or point at something and help the listener to understand exactly what or whom the speaker is talking about. See the examples. This pen is not writing. Do you have another one? That girl scored the highest in the term and tests. I think you were looking for these papers. Here, this, that, and these are the demonstrative adjectives as they clearly describe nearly or far off placed objects. Fine? Students, here a thing to remember is that this and these shows the things which are near, while that and those show things which are far off. Clear? Understood? Fine. Lastly, I have an assignment for you that you have to write 5 sentences comprising each kind of adjective separately. Fine? That's all for today's lesson, students. Thank you and have a good day.